Here's a straightforward strategy for testing times. It's Greig here with today's good news, and I'm going to start by sharing a verse from the Bible in the book of Proverbs. This is Proverbs 3 and verse 1. My child, never forget the things I have taught you. Store my commands in your heart. If you do this, you will live many years and your life will be satisfying. In recent weeks, cartoonists have had fun picturing different situations where people could find their way into the vaccination queue a bit earlier than they should. We all look to this God-given but scientifically developed solution to bring us peace of mind. Let's be honest, we see it as the immediate way of prolonging our life. But is that enough? That's just one facet. It's protecting against one threat. The voice of God's wisdom, speaking in this Bible verse, gives us a strategy for the whole of life, not just one particular anxiety. The prospect of prolonging life with peace and prosperity grabs our attention. How much would you pay for that? What sacrifice would you make to have this? If we made a list of our top 10 hopes and desires, I reckon this one would rate high or even highest for most of us. So let's take a look at the cost that's set out in this verse. Do not forget the things I have taught you, and store my commands in your heart. So this is the bit we need to do. We have to remember the teaching, and more than that, we have to build it into our lives, adopting it as part of our values to live by. But that is not the same as these kinds of constraints. You don't have to change from leave to remain or the other way round. You don't have to subscribe to a political party, nor do you have to pay for a club membership. And you don't even have to sit at a drafty church listening to somebody read or recite to you. Now, don't get me wrong. Many Christians love being part of a church. We get a lot from the sense of belonging and from being part of a learning community. It's a place of encouragement and friendship. And there's the bond that comes from growing spiritually with others and being united in gratitude to Jesus. A church where the Bible is the source of good teaching will be a great place to be reminded of God's truth, and also to get some much needed coaching on how to work it out among people who are all on that same journey. But the starting point is actually in my heart and yours. So do we listen to this voice of wisdom, or do we think we know better? Do we believe that the author of this wisdom knows about life in the here and now? And do we trust this? A gym membership comes at a certain monthly cost, and as everyone knows, you have to put in the time and effort to reap the benefit. Now, what's proposed here is a different kind of cost, and another form of commitment is a change of heart. And it does cost us. It costs us our pride in our own efforts and achievements, and there's some giving up of independence in how we choose to live. But the rewards are incomparable. Thank you so much for listening. See you again the next time.